presentation. Yes, I just received that message. Yes, I will share. No problem at all. So I'll continue with the presentation. Okay. So here is the lesson design template. It basically shows, well, we're doing PBL, so since we're doing PBL, this is probably not necessary. We're going to have to re-implement or redesign a lot of different things. So this is just here for information. And then this is the resources section of the presentation. I put a link to TEA. And then also I wanted to show you guys the information about the TEKS. I get the TEKS from the Lead Forward. And here is the connection. I mean the URL for Lead Forward with TEKS. TEKS side by side. The reason it says side by side is because it compares the TEKS prior to 2017. And here is one for elementary, language arts, social studies, and science. I could not find the one for mathematics. Middle school, high school, and that's it for the TEKS. Those are the links. And then the online textbook is hmhco.com. These are basically just the rest of the resources. Also, Snap and Read. This is good for the virtual learning. And I've implemented the instructions to help you guys with the Snap and Read. And this is social, emotional, mental health strategies. This is a flyer, and it helps. And then I'm ending with the Spring ISD core values. We want the best for our students, strive for excellence, build trust with the students, communicate openly on both sides. Make sure you open up a line of communication so that the students will be comfortable with communicating with you. We value diversity and we win as a team. Okay, so there was one other thing that I wanted to show you guys. I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so I will share that PBL sample and also this actual presentation. And that's it. Okay. Oh, the Snap and Read. Okay. Let me pull that back up. And I'll have to... I'll just enlarge it. All right. So basically, Snap and Read is where the students can highlight portions in the text. And if they need to translate, like if you have an English language learner, it's very helpful for them because they can highlight the text and it will translate into the language that will help them, transfer from Spanish to English. And also it's helpful for vocabulary content. And these are basically just the eye context. And it comes from Google. And it will be like at that little top part. Let me see if I can pull up. I wish I could show you a sample. Let me see. Okay. I had an account, but we never remember our our account. Okay, I think I have to go in and set it up because it should be right here on your screen. And I think in your, you have the option to go in and set it up. But I was going to pull up a text to show you how to use it. But I know that the information that I showed you with the presentation is right there. So you can use that to help you with the snap and read. And I know that wasn't a lot of information, but did that answer your question? One of you sent a question in the chat log. Daniela Cole? Oh no, that was the rubrics. Snap and read. Where did it go? Oh, Tamara Guy. Did that help you, ma'am? Because it wasn't a lot, but it was a little. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and check the chat log and see what information I'm missing. Okay. Yeah, I did hear that in the okay. So Justin, you stated at town hall they said the scope and sequence will drop on Monday, and we will create our own lesson plans. Yes, I did hear that. I also heard that we're going to be doing the PBLs. So I'm thinking that we will start with the PBLs because we're in the red, and I think our own independent lesson plans will start. Yes.
There's only set right now. Things, they're always sometimes changing. You never know what might fluctuate a little bit, but it's supposed to be one PBL a semester. So lessons are created and worked through with the teachers through the use of tools, whether it's virtual or face to face. So right now it's only one PBL a semester.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. So that answer your question, Justin, about the creating the lesson plans. Because I don't create the lesson plans. What I do is I take the PBLs and I use that information to help clarify for my students. Because I noticed at the beginning when we started the PBLs, some of the students were becoming lost, and you could sense a little anxiety with them. But as a teacher, if you kind of skim it down for them and take it point by point, it'll help them navigate through it. And then also I noticed that once it was initiated, then they were able to once they got comfortable with it, then I was able to release them, and they grew and became better. So, in the beginning, it's a little challenging, but they get comfortable with it later. Okay. I'm looking at the chat log, guys. Town hall for staff. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start from the bottom because I believe those questions have been answered. Okay. Okay. Maria David, yes, I will email that to you. If you guys could take my email address in case I don't get access to your emails, I'll post my email address in the chat log. I guess I can do that right now. But it is in the presentation. Okay. Yes, I have instructions in the presentation about going to lead forward. Okay. Trying to make sure I don't miss any. Okay. So I'm gonna open up for you guys to go ahead and Google Slides and Google Docs is perfect. I'm gonna open up for you guys to go ahead and ask questions. If you have questions, please go ahead and verbalize your questions. And I'm probably missed something in the chat, but if you could do that, that would be great. All right, so Anyone have any questions so far? Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Mr. Gilliam.
Yes, ma'am. What can I do for you?
I feel like I'm missing something. Can you bring it home for me?
Yeah. Let me go ahead. I'll post the attendance link right now for folks, so that we can go ahead and get everybody to fill that out. Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Question for you, ma'am.
Yes.
Does Spring, because I'm new to Spring this year, does Spring give us like take resource system logins and stuff like that?
Yes, it does. So you said T resources logins. I'm not sure. I know that you can go to TEA and you have access to everything on TEA, and then also with Lead Forward, you have access to the teams. We should have access to the scope and see the teams. We should have access to that. I know that I had an account when I was working with another district, so, and I believe all the districts do that. So we should have access to it. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to look that up, and you are Mr. Newhouse, and I will definitely email you a response to that. Okay, that's a good question.
Greg Santo chiming in. Somebody earlier asked about elementary and how that would translate. One of the first things I do when I lesson plan is go to Lead Forward and take a look at the release star questions. Not so I can teach the test, but so I understand how the state interprets the TEK. Because let's be frank, some of the TEKs are very vague. So I want to make sure that I'm targeting the right level of instruction. Too low and my students aren't going to be successful. If I lesson plan too high, then the students are going to regress. And it's only a matter of, are they going to regress before they take the star, after the star, or over the star? And that's something you want to avoid.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Mr. Newhouse, someone just stated that you can actually download the TICS app on your phone. So that's pretty accessible. Okay. Okay. Let's see. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to go back to the presentation. I feel like I missed something. So I know that
Let's see.
planning the
There we go.
so I wanted to see. I think it would be important to make sure you have your resources. Make sure you have your resources on hand, the resources that you normally use as a teacher to help you with planning. But I mean, we're going to be using the PBLs, so I mean, if we move away from PBLs, it's good to have your resources on hand. One thing I like to do with my students while we're in the classroom in real time is gallery walks. And so I wanted to design basically a virtual gallery walk. And I would suggest that you guys if when you have your breakout tutorial sessions with your students, I think things like gallery walks and scavenger hunts would help them, make the concept more relatable, because they want to enjoy what they're learning, especially since they have to be online. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, guys. So I think that's we can close out now so that you guys can transition and get ready for the next presentation section. If you want to stick around for questions, I can answer questions, and that's pretty much it. I will make sure that I email you guys like the snap and read and all of the other information that was in the presentation, because that presentation is kind of lengthy. And that's it. So thank you guys very much. Also, you guys could tweet out and let me post it for you.
And I also posted the attendance link, so make sure you fill out the attendance survey before you leave so that you can get your PD credit. And Felicia, I also went into your presentation and I got the link that people can click on to go see your presentation too.
Okay, awesome.
And I put that in the chat box as well.
Okay, I'm gonna put the part up. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so here's the end, guys. If you could tweet out takeaways, #EdCampSpring, #EdCampSpring, and it was awesome having this session with you guys. Thank you very much for coming, and that's basically it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.